GrallexVill YouTube. The Aziz Ansari cultural moment was inevitable. On Saturday, a 23-year-old female photographer accused Ansari of UAL coercion, claiming they had gone on a date that ended with the actor repeatedly attempting to engage her in UAL contact despite her numerous verbal and non-verbal objections. Now, Aziz Ansari has released a statement regarding the accusation he is facing. "We thought this bad was normal." Corey continues, "Dating is more risky for women than men. Or that this is really any of our business." Anthony spoke to Bill Radke about our culture of consent and women's instincts to preemptively minimize our experiences before other people minimize them for use. Is necessarily and long overdue. The implication was that she was a victim of Barton's assertion he'd go to Capitol Hill Police if she insisted on distributing pictures of him, not the other way around. But behind closed doors, he also belittles, harasses, and usually assaults women. For example, let's talk about creating effective laws to protect women's rights in the workplace and protect women who report harassment and assault from retaliation. This focus is misguided, partially because even if the answer to that question, in a legal sense, is no, Grace says she feels violated, and the reasons why are worth discussing and fixing. Treat your colleagues with respect and professionalism. She could have talked to my editor of my publication. Third, that Mr. Ansari's only mistake is to not understand her nonverbal cues. She then asked for an Uber and left upset. She could have told him that. But there is a problem. If there were multiple women, it would be a different story, but this seems a bit unfair to Aziz and damaging to the movement. For many women, there is some law. And that set the tone for the rest of our encounters after that. I never saw him and a condom in the same place ever. I was surprised how quickly public opinion, outside of some activist feminist voices, coalesced around Ansari. She could have said she didn't want to go home with him. I know I was physically giving off cues that I wasn't interested. I don't think that was noticed at all, or if it was ignored. And what would you tell them? Sir, that's pretty mild compared to what is the expected, perhaps encouraged, response from men when the UAL encounter goes in a direction that they don't expect, one that threatens their masculinity. Yet he didn't force her to do anything. The line is very, very clear, she added. In a grown man, that is nothing short of creepy. Even people who are aware of the definition of consent have fought it or defended alleged abuses, saying that the definitions of both consent and consent violations differ by community, the types of UAL content someone has consumed, and by generation. She eventually said no, and when she did, he stopped. Is that what you truly think he deserved for your night out? Last night might have been fun for you, but it wasn't for me, she replied. You ignored clear non-verbal clues, you kept going with advances. Ansari apologized at the time for misreading signals. Banfield 50, read the letter Way wrote, which included ageist language stating, nobody under the age of 45 has heard of her during Tuesday's crime. I, too, am truly sorry that Grace had such a terrible experience. According to the girl, Ansari made UAL advancements despite being told she wasn't willing. I would also caution her about the importance of verbally setting boundaries and how celebrities make awful romantic prospects because they are so often warped by the fame, money and power. Grace wouldn't know how that feels because she struck out into this alone, because she's the bravest person I've ever met. Throughout last weekend, Twitter was abuzz with debate between Ansari's apologists and women like feminist author Jessica Valenti, who argues a key reason so many men are coming to the defense of Ansari on the technicality of legality is that they don't want to believe something they've probably done at some point is wrong.